guys, what's up? Oh my god, I thought it was 11. It's 11:42. It's almost midnight. I have to be up at 7 in the morning, and I still have to take a shower, wash my hair, and do all that stuff. And film this video. Today we are talking about the new Lights Lacquer holiday special. Oh, I'm gonna be weird in this video, okay? I've had a long day of like 87 Cuban coffees. You know, those little espresso shots? I had like 17 coladas today. We have been at the office every single day this week till really late at night, making all the winter bundles and the PR boxes and the advent calendars. And there's just so much to do and so little time that literally like 50% of my family has been helping me get ready for this launch. And even then, while we're packaging these orders and shipping them out and doing all of that, we're practicing social distancing, so it just makes things even harder and the process even longer. And I cannot make it through the day without my 17 coffee shots. So if I'm a little loopy, that is why. Also, please ignore my hair. I've been in this makeup all day. I just threw on a sweater, added a red lip, and I was like, ah, that's holiday. I'm usually more prepared for these videos. Also, look at my freaking nails. So much going on, so much going on. I always do my nails for these videos and I show you the collection on my nails and I always do like a little design or something. And today I get to Leslie's studio. Leslie does my nails. And when I sit down and I'm like, Lucy, please. I was gonna paint my nails red. It's so festive and fun, you know, preparing for the launch. And when I sit down, she's like, I don't have the winter colors. I thought she had them already because I always send her my polishes ahead of time. So she has them in her studio and I forgot. Because that's life. So I put on Mila because I was already sitting there. And so I'm sorry to disappoint you in this video. This is not the winter collection, but this is the winter collection. Do you see this box? Do you see that? Let me give you a 360 tour of this box. What? Look at these little stars on the back. Wow, it's a big ornament. Do you see it? Do you see it? Our PR box is a giant ornament. I freaking love it. It's so cute. This is so cute. I love our direct graphic designer. She's the love of my life. Bro, I need to get it together. I have to go to bed. I feel so like... Okay, so after that 57-minute intro, I'm ready to talk about these colors. So I'm gonna walk you through the collection. You already know how these videos go. I'm gonna show you each shade with swatches, and I'm gonna show you photos of my mom wearing every single one of these colors directly under the sun so you can see them like outside and then in studio lighting with the swatches. So yeah, let's dive in, shall we? So this is what the PR box looks like. It's a giant, beautiful ornament. And the lid is my favorite part because of this little window. You can see the polishes inside. And this honestly just makes the most perfect gift for the holidays. Like imagine this placed under a Christmas tree. So freaking adorable. It just screams holiday and I'm obsessed with it. And on the inside it says, a very merry Manny. And you have all the colors here and it's adorable. And we're gonna go through them right now. So when it came to naming these polishes, I tried to keep them as holiday and classic as possible while still adding some nostalgic names. You guys know I love tying names to like songs, movies, TV shows. It just really makes me happy, and honestly growing up, one of my favorite things about collecting nail polishes was the names. I love seeing all the different names. It's my favorite part. So the first one we got is I'm All Toasty Inside, and I always think of our graphic designer Natalia whenever I use this shade because she hates when I come up with really long names, and this one is kind of a long one, but nothing screams holiday like The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. And The Grinch movie with Jim Carrey is like one of my favorite movies to watch during the Christmas time, besides the holiday of course. It's just such a happy movie and I used to watch it as a kid all the time. I was obsessed with it. And I love this part of the movie where he says he's all toasty inside, like when he starts to feel the feelings.
I'm all toasty inside.
It's such a good part of the movie, and honestly this shade is kind of toasty. This is a really beautiful holographic gold polish. When you look at it, it honestly just looks like a typical like champagne gold, but under the sun this shade is unreal. Like it's so holographic, so beautiful, but it really does have to be hitting the light a certain way. It looks the best like under warm light. It really catches your eye when you're outside. I'm gonna insert a photo that one of our brand artists took that literally took my breath away. Her Instagram name is AVR Nail Swatches, and this color looked so so incredible. It's so multi-dimensional. It looks so freaking cool. And I think that you will absolutely love this polish even if you're not a gold girl at all. I know some people may not love gold polish, but this is like unlike any other gold polish you have used ever. It's so good and it's gonna make you feel all toasty inside when you wear it. What more could you ask for? Next up we have what I predict would be our top seller. Every time we launch a collection, like a few days before we launch, everybody on the team writes in their guesses on which one we think would be the best seller. And in my opinion, I think it's gonna be this green. I feel like it's been everybody's favorites, at least in the comments on social media. And it truly is my favorite as well. These are my top two, the green and the red, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So this green is called Hoping to Be Kissed. And if this is not the cutest freaking name ever, I don't know what is. If you guys are a fan of the movie Love Actually, this is from that movie.
No. I'd just be hanging around the mistletoe, hoping to be kissed.
I know a ton of you guys love that movie and I wanted to give this shade like a mistletoe reference because it is such a pretty mistletoe green. It's a really pretty warm forest green. If you're familiar with our shade Emerald, that one actually has a lot of blue to it compared to this one. This one is definitely much warmer. It has like that hunter greenness to it, but it has a ton of like silvery gold sparkle to it, but it has a little bit of rainbow in there as well. It is so stunning, so beautiful and magical. It just feels like a mistletoe moment, like a magical mistletoe Christmas moment. So pretty. And I just love how fine the glitters are. Oh my god, it's spectacular. Looks beautiful on the nails. Next up we have the name in the collection. You guys know we have a thing and we always do somebody's name in every collection. And this mamacita is called Lucy. This is the perfect Christmas red, guys. This just reminds me of like candy cane red, Santa's pants. Oh my gosh, these are so Santa's pants. It has a slightly warm undertone, but it has a really beautiful like pearlescent finish. It's not metallic by any means. It's a very soft like pearl-like finish and it just looks like Christmas morning, honestly. It's so freaking pretty, like Christmas ribbon. Literally the most beautiful holiday festive red you will ever come across. It kind of reminds me of Dorothy's slippers as well. It's not glittery like her slippers, but it has that magical element to it. And we named it Lucy because of I Love Lucy. Oh, by the way, we named the collection the Lacquer Holiday Special because we were very inspired by the 50s and old vintage like classic holiday. You guys know I love vintage. All of my collections are like inspired by the past. Which reminds me, wait until you see what's coming in January. Very much nostalgic. But anyway, the I Love Lucy Holiday Special is such a classic. We just had to name one Lucy, and what better color than the red? I would say the one color that reminds me of Lucy is red. And yeah, I love Lucy. Okay, next up we have another magical, amazing polish. I really love the holidays because that's when I really just go crazy with like shimmers and finishes and glitters. We only have one cream in this collection, which I know a lot of you guys prefer cream and I think I do too. But when it comes to this time of year, I love the glitz, the glamour, the glitter. I'm obsessed with it. This is like the one time of year I love wearing polish like this because it just catches the eye and it's so unique. Next up we have Fuzzy Socks, and this is a really, really cool champagne silver. I know it doesn't look like it has champagne in there, but it definitely does. It's not like a true silver. It's kind of like a neutral silver, honestly. This has a ton of glitter in it and it has a very strong like blue shift. Honestly, this is the hardest polish to explain in the collection. I can't really describe it, but it's rainbowy, silvery, blue magic. And this one is pretty sheer. The other three shades I've shown you are completely opaque in 2 coats. You don't need 3, but this one is a little bit more sheer. I actually wear it with like 2 coats, 1 coat, 3 coats, because it looks so different depending on how many coats you do. Like if I want just a soft, barely there sparkle, I will do just 1 coat and it looks so freaking nice. It looks great on top of a bunch of different colors. It honestly is such a great, like magical, I love this shade, it's so good. And we named it Fuzzy Socks because it honestly, it looks like fuzzy socks. I don't know how to explain it, but something about the finish of the polish, the way that it sparkles, it just reminds me of Christmas fuzzy socks. And so we went with it. Next up we have Misfit Toys, and this one is a really, 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 really light baby blue. It's like a very icy, snowy baby blue. So freaking beautiful. This color looks amazing on your toes, guys. Try it out. If you're into creams, you're gonna love this shade. This is like the perfect winter and spring color. I love this color so much. And if you don't know, the name is from the classic Rudolph movie, you know, like the traditional classic what is it called? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And the island of misfit toys is where all like the bad toys or like the different toys, the toys nobody understands, those toys, they go to the island of misfit toys. If I'm not mistaken, I think the movie is called Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and the Island of Misfit Toys. Such a good name. And also, if you've seen The Perks of Being a Wallflower, there's a little shout out to that movie in that movie.
To Charlie.
To Charlie.
Welcome to the Island of Misfit Toys.
And this shade is perfect for you if you sometimes also feel like a misfit toy. We've all been there. Oh, and just because I know a ton of you guys are gonna ask me, if you guys have KO Polished Sophie, it's actually nothing like Misfit Toys. That one is much whiter. This one is a lot more blue than Sophie is. We don't do those comparisons on our Lights Lacquer page. We just compare shades that we currently have in stock on our feed. But my amazing friend Diana does nail swatches on her Instagram, and she compares all our shades to old KO Polished shades and everything. So if you wanna see Misfit Toys compared to Sophie, just go on Dissy Nails Instagram. She does amazing comparisons, which I know I'm gonna get a ton of questions about this guy compared to the Stars, which they are different. So this shade is called I'll Be Home, which was named after the classic song, and honestly, it's such a perfect name for this time of year, for what we've been dealing with since March. We've all been home. All of us. So this shade is honestly extra special to me. We went back and forth perfecting this shade forever, for months and months, because I really wanted a true velvet blue, like a deep vintage 1950s velvet dress kind of blue. That's exactly what I wanted, and I wanted it to dry matte. So this shade does dry matte. None of the other ones do. They all have like a shiny finish, but this one does dry to a velvet matte finish, and it looks freaking stunning. If you're not into that, it's all good. All you have to do is add a top coat, and then you get a delicious, beautiful, deep pearl-like navy blue. It has like that beautiful velvet finish. It's very similar to Lucy. Like if you were gonna add a top coat to this one, it would dry in a very similar way where it has like that pearly finish. It's not metallic, but it's like, you know, like a pearl. It looks absolutely stunning with a top coat, and a lot of the times when I've worn it with a top coat. But when you just do 2 coats of this and let it dry, it is magical, amazing, so vintage. It just, every time I wear this completely on its own, it takes me back. It takes me, well, I mean, I've never been there, but it transports me to the 50s. It's so elegant, so beautiful, perfect for Christmas, for New Year's Eve. Oh my god, this is a beautiful New Year's Eve shade. Honestly, it's a stunning blue. If you love blue polish, you will freaking love this. And if you have To the Stars, it is similar. However, this one is deeper. It's not as royal blue. It's not as bright as To the Stars, and that one dries shiny. This one dries completely matte. So they are totally different finishes. We personally won't be bringing back To the Stars anyway, but just wanted to mention that because they are different. They're similar, but they're different. But anyway, guys, if you are watching this video when I post it, we have officially launched the Lacquer Holiday Special, and you can get your hands on it right now. You can buy all 6 colors with our bundles and save some money, or you can get it in this packaging, which is our limited edition PR set, which we only have a little bit of these in stock. I tried to get as many as I can, but we're always super limited when it comes to the PR set. So if you want to get your hands on this, I would go like right this second, like right now. But don't worry, we have a ton of bundles, and you save some money with those. I hope you enjoyed this collection. I am so freaking excited. This is like the most exciting holiday collection I've ever done. Ever. Like in the past, ever. These honestly just scream holiday, and I'm so happy with them. They're so beautiful. I think you're gonna love them. I think they're even more beautiful in person. It's definitely the kind of collection that you're like, wow, when you see it like in your hands. It's so beautiful. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. And yeah, guys, I'm gonna go. It's like 12:30 already. I just wanted to get this video up when we launched because I love making these videos for you guys. I love chatting about nostalgia, polish. It honestly makes me happy. So thank you guys so much for the love and support. Honestly, it doesn't go unnoticed. You guys are the reason Lights Lacquer is even a thing, and I cannot thank you enough. Thank you so much. But yeah, guys, that's it. I'm gonna go to sleep. I love you guys so much. That completes this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. For spring and summer, I prefer creams. Oh, even fall too. I like a nice cream in the fall. Anyway, stay on channel 5. Stay on channel 5.